Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 30th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning earlier than I wanted to, but wasn't horrible. Had the two wretched dogs that, I don't know, they were in the living room with me. I did get them set up in there, and as long as I was right next to them, they weren't so bad. They weren't great, but they weren't so bad. So I got them up, got them out, got the rest of the dogs out, got everybody kind of situated and stuff. I did jump in the hot tub for a few minutes, and then from there, went ahead and got the dogs all fed, all the good fun stuff that comes with that. So we got that wrapped up, and from in the process, I had a dog that's supposed to be getting dropped off today. It was kind of a last minute side. Yesterday, when the dog dropped off today, whatever, and I realized as it was getting about time to take my wife to work, I hadn't seen, there'd not been any text from them saying they're on their way and stuff. And I'm like, well, usually I would have heard from them by now, like what the hell's going on? So I look and I pull my phone open the text, and then it pops in a text saying that I just now got the text, which was sent at like 6:47 a.m. and it's now like 7:47, so it was like an hour late. I was like, oh shit. And she said she was sick and she wasn't bringing on, because I had that panic attack of, oh crap, I missed this text and they're probably out front or whatever kind of thing. So I was like, oh crap. Luckily, it was her saying she wasn't bringing the dog. So at that point, I'm like, oh, I guess I can take my wife to work. So I was waiting for the dog to get dropped off so I could take my wife to work, but the dog wasn't coming. So went ahead and got the two crappy dogs basically isolated again, and then headed up, dropped my wife off at work, got that taken care of, got back to the house, hung out with the dogs for a while, just kind of chilling around, letting the dogs play. And again, these dogs are great when you're with them and they can see you, but the moment they don't see you, man, they're awful. So I went ahead, everything was good to go. Had one of the other dogs went home, they got picked up, so give them back. They were super happy to get the dog back. Dog's happy to see them. It was all great. Owner came to pick up the two crappy dogs, and I really didn't know how it was going to go, because I was hoping he would ask how it went and I could educate him on some advice he might want to do to help make these dogs better in the future. And basically he got there, I already had the crates out front that were busted all up and that are not usable, but he was loading them up, loaded up the dog food and stuff, and I come walking out and I grabbed the dog food off the last one. He put the crate in, and as he put the crate in, the second crate into the truck, he reached out, shook my hand, said thank you, took the leashes and loaded the dogs up in the truck and left. So not a, hey, sorry my dogs are shitty, not, hey, what can I do to make them better, not nothing. And I'm like, man, glad to see you're gone, just get the hell out of here. So he left with, you could just tell, no care in the world to change the behaviors of the dogs, and it's the next person's problem. I did leave a accurate / negative review on the Rover app, because supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, who knows, they're not allowed to see the review I leave until after they leave a review, and I'm not allowed to see the review they leave for me until after I leave a review, or the time frame's up too far and you can't go back and leave a review later. So I don't care. So I figured if I can save somebody else the hassle of putting up with these dogs, because they made me question my want to do this work as a career, and I've been doing this for well over a decade, and I'm really good at it. And these dogs made me question my thought and if I was supposed to be doing this as a career. And if they'll do that to me, they'll destroy anybody new, and it's not worth it to them. They'll do damage to people's property. A lot of people are doing this type of work because they are broke and they don't have the money. They can't afford to fix stuff, kind of thing, because it's like a side hustle. They're not doing it full time, and they aren't good with managing money. So it kind of is what it is. But went ahead and got them out of there, got back, hung out with the other dogs I had. Everybody was just chilling out, having a good time. Everything went splendidly. Had two more dogs get dropped off, and I was getting a dog dropped off right before they picked up the two crappy ones, and the one that's getting dropped off is a super high energy young pit bull, and he's all the fun in the world. But man, he's a lot of energy. And these two dogs I have are still in heat, and he's been fixed, thank goodness, but it's still going to drive him crazy with the smell and that. So I didn't want to deal with it. And luckily he texted saying they were on the way to pick up the two shitty dogs while I was getting the dog dropped off. So I kept him isolated, just kept him in the bedroom so I could get the two crappy dogs gone. And then I introduced him back to the rest of the pack, and man, they wrestled and played and had the time of their life, having all the fun. So everybody's having a good time. I think my body does, I have a weird, when I'm in a traumatic situation, and not saying this was necessarily traumatic, it's just it sucked. it added a lot of stress in my life. I can basically departmentalize, I guess, my situation and make sure I continue. But now those two really crappy dogs are gone, I felt like, oh, I'm over it. Now I'm free, and my body started presenting a lot more of the illness and the injuries and the pain and stuff of not sleeping the first couple nights and barely sleeping the next 2 nights and stuff and whatnot. And it was just not good. So I kind of dealt with that. I did try and get a nap, and it didn't go. I know at one point at least I did fall asleep for a few minutes, but it wasn't that much because there was a podcast or a comedy special I put on. And I can't remember one of the jokes he said, I know about where it's at in this hour-long special, and it was still on when I woke up. So I had 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes at most. I could have been asleep. So, but got up from there, got a couple other things done, went and got my run in. Got done my run. Wife texted, actually before I run, while I was on it, texted Vash if I could pick her up 15 minutes later than normal. I said, I'll try. So became that weird thing. If I'd known that a little bit earlier, I probably would have ran my route a little differently, but it is what it is. It's all good. So got back to the house, grabbed myself a shower, rushed out of the house to go pick her up. And it felt really weird not having those 2 crappy dogs there. Like it felt strange. Like I'm used to like in that super paranoid last like 5 days now of being terrified to be away from the house because I don't trust them not to try and break out of the kennel and injure themselves kind of thing. So it was kind of nice not to think about it. But got done there, got back to the house, got everything all unloaded. Ended up having a barbecued chicken and Parmesan potato meal mom made, and it was freaking really good. Like it was really, really good. A little more barbecue sauce than we probably actually needed, but it is really, really tasty. So knocked that meal out, and my wife took over the leftovers over to her father, dropped them off to him. We chatted a little bit, and then we headed back out and played with the dogs and enjoyed the beautiful evening. A little chilly still, but not as bad as it was a couple nights ago. It was really, really cold, so it kind of was a thing there. So I also got a package from my buddy, and he told me not to open it till tomorrow. So we'll see what it is. I'm pretty certain it's just a advent calendar of cigars for the 25 days lead up to Christmas. So you get a new cigar every day from Olivia, but pretty sure that's what it is. But won't know until I open it to be 100% positive, but pretty sure it's what's going on. So, but yeah, went ahead and wrapped that up and was just stoked to have those dogs gone. I was so happy to have them gone. I didn't care. It was nice, but it is what it is. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.